Alright. So, what is going on, everybody? I'm back here with Alec, and it's right before the major as usual. We're here to just give our input and throw some money on some matches. I really haven't seen any of the percentages or anything like that. I don't know if you have, Alec,
Uh-uh.
on Drake Launch or anything like that, any of the multipliers.
Haven't
Um,
been on Drake London forever. You probably have another $15 on there.
yeah. Didn't you? Oh, yeah, you had 50 out of nowhere one time, huh?
Yeah.
So the first match of the, I'm just gonna be putting my bets in. I'm not gonna be saying much because it's 1 in the morning and it's like 6 hours before the major. Anyways, it's probably not gonna be like a 30-minute video. Hopefully, it's like a 15-minute video because I'm just gonna put in quick input and stuff like that. It's basically gonna be what my recaps usually are, like at the end of the videos. But that's just gonna be the whole video. As you can see here, I have about $340. Um,
Jesus.
yeah, and let's just hope it's a good major like the last one was, honestly. So the first match of the day is going to be Renegades versus Vega Squadron. Renegades has a 1
50-50.
1.5 and Vega Squadron has a 2.2.
Really?
So that being said, yeah, I think that Vega Squadron has been training really actually been training a lot for this event. That being
Vega
said,
goes hard
Renegades
at the
is one of
major.
my favorite, or not favorite, but one of the teams that I see making it out pretty easily. I think that they're probably going to be one of the top, or one of the 8 teams that make it out of this. I really like this Renegades lineup and how they look, but I think that Vega Squadron was more just happy to be at the last major, and this major they like actually trained for and stuff like that, knowing that they'd already pretty much be in it. Okay, I just accidentally closed out of HLTV, but yeah. So that's my opinion on that. So since it's about a 50-50, I would say that a small bet on Vegas Squadron would be uh, a good idea because if it's a 50-50 and the multiplier is swinging a little heavier towards another way, then it's a good idea to drop a tiny bet. Um, on something like that. So next we have Mousesports versus Avengar. Avengar is one of the teams that you pretty much just see going out 0-3. So like
hmm
it's 1.17 for Mouse and 4.08 for Avengar. It's a
Jeez.
4 multiplier, so I mean like there's always a reason to drop a little bet when it's a multiplier like that, but it don't expect any return. Really, I think Mouse Sports is a really strong looking team as well. Um, I think that they are like a really strong team. Rops and Sunny and Stico work really well together. Then you have Oscar and Chris J, who are also really good. I've literally never heard of a Vanguard before this event. I don't think anyone has heard of a Vanguard
What do you
or
mean you don't know
Quantum
who
Bell
Buster
really
is?
before this event. Oh, who?
Buster? He's insane.
You know who Buster is, or did you just look up HLTV and look at the first guy?
Exactly.
Alright, so yeah, there's not much to say about that match. It's probably gonna be a clear favorite for Mouse Sports. So if you're gonna do a like a multi bets, which is probably what I'm gonna be majorly doing this major because it gets you a lot more profit, but it's a lot more
hmm
risky. And
It's
I'm
way
just trying to
better.
make money, so I'm gonna be going risky, balls deep this major. This one's surprising. Liquid versus FaZe.
Ooh.
Liquid has a 3.96 multiplier,
That's
which is actually
that's
really high
big.
in my opinion. I think that Liquid's a really strong team.
Even with Zeus?
I think that FaZe is a team that cannot do round robins that much. That being said, they're probably gonna make it out 3-0. But I think that with the multiplier like 4, like see, a Vanguard has a 4 multiplier pretty much, and Liquid has a 4 multiplier pretty much. There's so much higher potential for Liquid upsetting. So if you wanted to go for a risky higher multiplier, I would definitely go for Liquid.
Was this the same phase lineup as last major when they
No,
went
this was
03?
not. They had Alu Kiyoshima when they went out
Ah,
0-3.
okay.
That's why I think that FaZe is going to look a lot stronger this major because of the Guardian Olafmeister pickup, even though,
hmm
in my opinion, they're not technically that much more skilled, if not even more skilled. I think that it's just, it sparked something, that last major and the trades and stuff like that sparked something into FaZe that needed to happen. Um, and I think that will really help them push through this major. I don't think they're going to win it still, but yeah, you
Cool
never know.
stat. FaZe have never lost to Liquid.
FaZe have never lost to Liquid. That's
They are
crazy.
8-0.
And that being said, Liquid does have Zeus, but even with Zeus, he's a decent player. He's been
They
a
can
coach that
get
I've seen played him more.
involved
He
more
played
as
for
well.
Immortals for a while. Um, but even him, their coach filling in, I still see them having a higher potential to upset than a Vanguard.
I think they
Um,
can upset this game very easily.
who do Liquid?
Yeah,
I definitely
I
think
can't
so
believe
too.
that.
Like we haven't seen Liquid in a long time either, and they have two of the best, almost three of the best North American players in the world. They have Eleague and Twist, or who are both literally insane, and JDM is probably the strongest
Don't
operator in
push
North
it.
America.
Don't push it.
I don't know, second behind Skadoodle in my opinion.
No, 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 no.
No,
We'll
Shazam's not
get.
even close. Speaking of
All right, we'll see. We'll
Shazam,
see. We'll see. We'll see.
speaking of Shazam, Misfits Flipside. Misfits have a 1.64. Flipside have a 2.04. I'd say that
Really?
this is a pretty even game. I know
Flipside have a
that,
2 over
yeah,
Misfit? That's ridiculous.
yeah, it
I
is
would
pretty
bet on
stupid.
Flipside.
It is pretty stupid. Flipside with the pickup of Seized. I haven't really seen much of that roster yet. Um, but I know that Seized is a decent player. But Electronic was such a better pickup for Navi. So like that being said, Seized being down here isn't like bad for Flipside though.
Not
Um,
at all.
Now they have extremely experienced
He
players.
can go off now,
Literally,
dude.
their whole entire team is extremely experienced on Flipside, and Misfits is kind of the opposite. You have Sean Gares, and then you have a whole bunch
Oh,
of young people. Oh, I mean, Shazam's not really young, but he doesn't have that much experience. See, sadly, he's been in Counter-Strike Go for so long, and he doesn't have the top-level experience that Flipside has because they've been into every single major, even though they almost go out like 0-3 every single time or whatever. And then you have the two French players who are honestly solid players, but I don't think they're anything special. Sick is really nuts, and then you have Shazam who is a decent player,
is the
but
best opera
I know
in
that
North
Sean
America
Gares loves playing with Shazam for some reason, and I
because he's
just don't
insane.
understand why.
Dude, I promise you tomorrow, this whole tournament, he'll have the best op skills out of him, Skadoodle, and JDM. Or the best op stats.
So you're saying even though you're riding Misfits dick, you're saying that a 2.04 is still a little high for Flipside, and
Oh, it should be a 2 for Misfits over
yeah, I think that
Flipside.
a small
100%. What the
small bet
hell?
on Flipside here is a pretty good idea.
Absolutely, dude.
Um, Next you have 1.45 for Space Soldiers and a 2.45 for Sprout Gaming,
That's not that bad for
which
Sprout.
is not bad for Sprout Gaming in my opinion. I think that Penta was like this Penta roster came in and blew the last competition out of the water in the last major qualifier. And there's only one player different in this roster. Or no, there's
2.
two. Dennis and
Dennis and
Spitty.
Spitty,
Yeah, Dennis and Spitty for HS
Sunny,
and
and
Sunny.
HS.
So Crystal is a very experienced player. He hasn't been to many majors because he got snaked, but he's a very experienced player. Zen and Innocent are really young, good aimers, and Dennis and Spitty are honestly pretty experienced with Mousesports. They were at Mousesports for a very long time when Mousesports
Zen is
was
26.
one of the higher players. Space Soldiers, yeah, they beat SK once or something like that, but I mean,
Well, I lost a lot of money on that game.
I don't think that Space Soldiers. I mean, they're insane, right? But they're a really momentum heavy team in my opinion. They're like
Yeah.
they're like if you ever knew what team was it? Bro, I remember the team
Like
and I
a
can't.
knockoff version of Immortals, dude.
No, they're not that, but it's an old team and you lost against them every single time. Like they would always play fucking Envious. You
Oh,
know whom? It's like
E-Frag?
Bubble and
E-Frag. E-Frag, E-Frag.
E-Frag. They're literally E-Frag in my opinion. Space
The
Soldiers are like
Bulgarian
old
team.
E-Frag. They can just fucking roll up and just smack someone for no fucking reason when they don't deserve to, because but I don't think that they're like a top team. So Space Soldiers is honestly kind of weak in my opinion. I think that it's a team that's a little overrated. So that being said, I think that this is probably going to be one of the games that I go a little bit bigger on Sprout. I think that that's definitely a good upset potential. Next match is another one that's pretty much set in stone. Navi versus Quantum. One of the Quantum's one of the other teams that is probably going to go out 0-3 with a Vanguard. Um, Electronic, the pickup of Electronic and Simple, basically, it was minus Guardian, minus C's for Simple and Electronic.
For Zeus and Electronic.
As much as I hate Navi, as much as I hate Zeus for like what happened and stuff like that, they're honestly a really strong team. I think that they're going to be top 8 at this major. I think that they're going to either replace Gambit or 100 Thieves in top 8. That's my opinion. Maybe even Virtus Pro. You never know. They're going to make top 8 probably, and because yeah, they're Virtus Pro. But yeah, I think that Navi is going to be a really strong team coming into this. That makes me upset, but it's whatever. So yeah, that one's pretty set in stone. That's a 1.1 for Navi and a 5.24 for Quantum, by the way. So it's just one of those games where you throw a couple bucks on if you don't feel like really care that much for losing it. Next match is G2, which is actually the most one-sided game on Drake Lounge right now. G2 has a 1.09 and Flash have a 5.44.
Bunch of G2 fan gays.
Yeah, bunch of G2 fan gays. Don't understand how that still exists. Because of G2 as a team altogether, like I'm pretty confused as to why people are like that. I mean, G2 needs to do something again. They need to do roster change or something. They're not what they were meant to be a year ago. They made this team and nothing's happened yet. Not even close to anything, actually. They've won like one event, and it was against North in a grand finals. And I honestly don't think North is a strong team. I think North shouldn't be in top 8 either. So I think that, yeah, G2's going to probably win this game. But I think they lost to Tyloo before, and this is a couple of the players that was on Tyloo. But I mean, it's just like, with a 5.44 again, it's a couple bucks if you don't mind losing it on Flash. But the last match of the first day is Cloud9 versus Envious. Cloud9 with a 1.5 and Envious with a 2.26. Sadly, these are the two teams that I want to make it out the most, and one of them has to start off 0-1 no matter what. And now that being said, I think it's going to be Cloud9 that starts off 0-1, honestly. I think that Envious is going to beat them for some reason.
Wait, do Envious have a 2 multiplier on Drake Launch?
They have a 2.26.
Over C9?
Mm-hmm. And so this is going to be another game that I'm going to drop a pretty good size bet on, because I just have this feeling I think that Cloud9 is a better team, and I think that they're going to make it out of this for sure. And I don't even think that Envious is probably going to not make it out of this, but I have a strong feeling about this game that Envious will beat Cloud9. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling. It's going to go to like Cobblestone or Overpass or something like that, and I think that Envious are going to beat Cloud9 here. But yeah, that's basically it. So those are all the bets. I'll do my bets later. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. Hopefully tomorrow things go well this day, and I can make a more in-depth video. It's just like 1 in the morning, and we just got done playing video games for however fucking long. So it's just like kind of quick on the spot. But you have anything to say, Alec, other than Shazam?
I don't know. The only games I would go on right now are Liquid, Vega,
and Envious 100%
Flipside and Envious.
Yeah, and those are the games that I'm looking to go bigger on.
And then max on Flash, so I can lose a lot of money.
Yeah. Honestly, you'd be happy either way. G2 wins or Flash upsets and you make a lot of money. Right?
Exactly.
I mean,
they're gonna lose.
G2 are gonna lose that game. Alright, well, thank you guys.
0-3, dude.
Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys tomorrow for the next day.